Hey everyone, so I think today it's going to work great. We've worked out all the bugs with the sound, we've worked out the video, so today is going to be great for our summer interview series. I'm super excited that you guys are going to join us today. I get the pleasure and the honor of interviewing Stephanie Turner, and I'm super excited because she has an amazing story. Not only in her career, but also in her health and with her son's health, and she's going to be sharing more about that today. And I am going to bring her up here, and give me 1 second while I do this. And but you guys, I'm just super excited that I get to do this because these people that I'm interviewing are just, they have some amazing stories that need to be shared because, oops, hang on. There we go. They have some amazing stories that need to be shared. Let's see if this is still going on. If you can hear me, go ahead and type something below because like I said, my phone is not happy with me today. There we go. Okay, we're back here. Hey, Cassandra. Yeah, so that was fun. If you just saw my finger all up in there, that's because I was trying to pull up my phone here. All right, let's see here. Who do we have here? We're going to swipey swipe. We're going to bring her on. As soon as she pops on here, then I'm going to bring her on camera, and she's going to continue to introduce herself. I will share a little bit about her, but just as a reminder, I'm doing this summer interview series focusing on people who have amazing stories to share, but who have also learned how and who have really shifted their life and what they do to live an integrated life. And living an integrated life is basically all that means is that you're combining your passions and keeping your priorities the main thing. So you're doing what you love, but you're doing it in a way that the most important things in your life still stay the most important things in your life. And so that's really what we're highlighting through this series. And that looks different for everybody. There's no one size fits all. But that's the beauty of it, and that's why I love interviewing different people with different stories. So Stephanie's story, she is a teacher by trade. And then life happened, and she had to walk through some various struggles with her kids, specifically health related. She's going to be sharing more about that. But just over the course of her life, in this redirection, she has, overcome different obstacles in health. She's overcome obstacles in life. And she's going to be sharing her powerful testimony on that. Oh, there she is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and bring her on camera so that she can continue to share for that to pop up here. Please let me know you're here. Just comment below. Show us some love. Tell us what you're liking about this series. Tell us what you would love to see in an integrated life. What would that look like for you? Hey, Stephanie.
Hello.
Yay, no echo today. All right, so we fixed it all. I'm so excited. I love your green you got going on there. So fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I was just giving a little bit of your story here, but would you like to introduce yourself and just share a little bit about who is Stephanie?
Sure. My name is Stephanie Turner, and I live in Florida. I'm in the Orlando area. I am a Florida native, and I have 3 kids, a husband going on 24 years. So we have, it's summer vacation here already. So I've already told the kids, hey, I'm doing a live. So if you hear, they're running down the stairs, then that's, that's them. So
that's totally okay because I usually you'll see kids going behind me and probably lots of moms. That's okay. Before we hopped on, I had to quick change a diaper and put a kid down for nap. So I totally know how that goes.
Good one. Yeah.
All right. So today we're talking about integrated living, right? We're talking about life that we love, but first I want to get started with you if you could just tell us about your profession. How are you professionally trained and how did you really get started in that?
Okay. Well, I kind of feel like I got started, I was a teacher, and I knew since elementary school that I wanted to be a teacher. I always loved my teachers, loved putting up bulletin boards, helping them in the classroom. And that's just what I just felt called to do. Like my dad was a college professor, so maybe it's just kind of in the genes. So I taught elementary school and loved it. For 10 years. So I love helping people. I love seeing that, wow. And especially with kids. And I really tended to navigate towards kids with special needs and even just the ones that don't have the confidence in themselves. I think I struggled with math, hated it in middle school. And Mr. Wood, like he might even see this video, he was such a great teacher that he took the time to say, Stephanie, it's okay. Like, I stayed after school. He just encouraged me to try and my very best, and it would come. And it did. And I just always, to this day, think that he really inspired me, along with some really other special teachers, to always look for that kid that's sitting there not looking very confident. And that was my big thing I wanted to share with my students, was to have them know they can do it. We just need to find the right avenue to get them there.
Wow, that's really amazing that you saw that from such a young age and you had that experience yourself, and that really launched you into what you wanted to do. So tell me, what happened that really redirected your path of teaching? Because clearly you have an amazing passion for it.
Right.
What happened in your life?
Well, so my first son was born, and after 6 weeks, I had to go back to the classroom. So that was tough, but he was staying with my mom. She took really good care of him. So that was good. I'd have little breaks here and there. Went back and taught the following year. And, it was, I could call her all the time and check on him, but, it always pulled at my heart that I wasn't there. But I also loved my job, and I loved the impact I was making on, 30 plus kids at a time through teaching. But my husband got a promotion we were up in Gainesville, and he worked at UF,
Okay.
University of Florida. So then he got a promotion down to the University of South Florida in Tampa. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, so he told them, look, I can do that. However, we're going to lose my wife's income, because what I didn't tell you is that our oldest, he was diagnosed at 9 months with life-threatening food allergies. So
Oh, wow.
so life-threatening that, I was scared to death, because the doctor was like, yeah, no, he can't go in daycares. He can't, not even church daycare. So we really we didn't go to church anymore, because it was that bad. Contact, everything. So you know how kids are with sippy
Wow.
cups, you see a sippy cup, pick it up. So I was not able to return to the classroom. And, that was fine. We made adjustments for that. And then our second child was born. So we thought, okay, here we go. 2, and my husband was like, okay, we're 2 and done. And I thought, well, 3.
Sure.
But I was still fine with 2, right? So the whole plan was I would go back to teaching. Bye. I would go back to teaching when the middle son went to kindergarten. Well,
Okay.
God decided we weren't done, and we were given a third. So with my third child coming along, I'm like, wait a minute, that 5-year plan has now turned into what? And I never
Right.
got back in. Daycare was very expensive, and I wanted to be home with my babies, and we couldn't really find that fit for us at the time. So we just decided that it was best for me to stay home. And with 3 kids, 5 and under, I was plenty busy
Right.
with that, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
So at that point, so were you able to put your oldest into daycare at some point if you had wanted to, or how did that go with his health journey?
no. Even just around the house, our other children, they never drank milk out of a sippy cup, because we didn't want to have it in the house, especially when he was younger. So as he got older and he knew what to do and not to do, then that was fine. But then you know how it is, these sippy cups that leak and whatever. I couldn't
Right.
take a chance of it spilling somewhere. So they're not cow milk drinkers. Like, they'll have a little bit if they have a cereal, which is rare, but they don't really have a taste for it. Same thing with peanut butter. They never had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches growing up, because he's also allergic to peanuts. So we just modified. And then when he was in school, they knew what, how to help him. And unfortunately, he had to sit at like a peanut-free table at lunch. So a little isolated. But I also never felt like I could really go back to a 9 to 5, because I would get calls with him breaking out, and then I'd have to run and get him, or I'd have to give him some Benadryl because the school couldn't do that. So I never really felt like I had flexibility to give all of myself to another job other than my children. So
So how did that really, I mean, obviously it impacted your time, it impacted, you know, what you wanted to do. And obviously you were really passionate about teaching. So
Mhm.
did you look for something else in that time, or how did that look for you?
You
What did
know,
that look like?
I did little things here and there. I helped my
Mm-hmm.
uncle had a business with credit card processing, and I'm not one for sales, so I
Mm-hmm.
would help with that a little bit, but I it wasn't my passion. I didn't feel it. And then I don't know if you ever heard of Southern Living at Home. I loved their
Oh.
products and stuff, and it was an MLM, and thought, well, this would be fun. It'll get me out of the house. In fact, I started doing that when I was pregnant with Carson, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
so I had fun doing that. I loved the interaction. So what I really found I was missing being home, and I did library, we did play groups.
Sure.
Had a very supportive neighborhood, like where, you know, it really takes a village.
Right.
So I had that interaction,
Yeah.
but I really did feel like I was missing helping and educating. So
Mm-hmm.
for quite a while, I would have my little Southern Living at Home parties and lug all my stuff into somewhere and teach about decorating tips. And so I really enjoyed that. And it brought in a little bit of an income, but it was more like to supplement the trip to the grocery
Mm-hmm.
store, or, oh, I could get my nails done without feeling guilty, you know, because
Sure.
since I wasn't having the income come in, and with 3 kids, the debt was piling up. But that's just what we decided we needed to do in order to maintain that. So I never really found anything else that was going to fit with our schedule and what I needed to have to fill my heart. So,
Okay. Yeah, no, Southern Living. I don't know. You might need to tell me about this because
oh,
that sounds like I need some help. Is it still around?
no, it's not. Well,
Oh no.
they were bought up by another company, and then it just kind of changed. But it's really funny because on certain shows you can see some of the products out there. And
Oh, too
whenever I would
funny.
go into a home, like, oh, that's Southern Living at Home. I know their salt paper shakers. Oh, I know that, you know. So it was really
Oh, that's
nice
so
quality
great.
stuff. Yeah, it was pretty funny every time I'd have a show. And I literally just, I think I was doing it just to help my habit. You know, I
Right?
decorated
Sometimes
my
that's the
house
case.
from it. Exactly. You know, it's still in my house today.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah,
That's so great.
that was fun.
So, so you had this passion that was still untapped.
Mhm.
How did you find something in your life that would help you to tap into that? Is that something you're doing today? Tell me about
I
that.
I did. Well, and through the years, and kind of go back up a little bit.
Hmm.
I think through the years of I started having my first child at 32. So I had kids at 32, 35, and 37. And along the way, started having some health issues. My chiropractor told me years and years ago that he thought I had fibromyalgia.
Oh
And
wow.
through the years, that was definitely the case. I found myself achy a lot, not having the energy to keep up with the kids as much as I would like to, a little slower. You know, nothing like when you have your son rubbing your neck every night. So I was really kind of feeling like I was slowing down. And my neighbor, she had migraines. So we were, you know, I'd help her with her kids playing outside. We'd all play outside. And she moved.
Oh no.
She, yeah, she moved. But she kept me in mind when she found out what she did to help her feel better. And I literally just took the chance to really try something different to really get my body what it needed, because I stopped eating gluten, and that helped me. I lost a little bit of weight. I wasn't as bad, but I still was slow. So I just felt something tugging at my heart that was like, I can't go on like this. I mean, I was 47 feeling like I was 77. The doctor had already told me that I would have, you know, knee replacements by the time I was 50.
Oh
And
wow.
I said, whoa, wait, really? So, well, how long do you like not drive for that? You'll know 6 weeks. I'm like, dude, I've got 3 kids that need driving around to 3 different locations. That can't happen. And I think
Wow.
that really stuck in my head that I really needed to try to find a way to be more proactive with my health so that I'm around to see my grandchildren and be
Wow.
active for my kids. So I don't want to be an observer of their lives. I wanted to be more of a participant. Um,
Yeah.
so, you know, she shared with me, and then I'd made some changes. And through those changes, I discovered that I was getting myself back. I
Wow.
didn't understand like the brain fog I had, and just how, you know, pain can get to you and just cause a depression. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I was depressed,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit. I don't know. I was just trying to navigate it. Okay. Just trying to navigate that, but just making some changes. I did find myself coming back, and I think through that was sharing my story of my health journey as well as my son's, because he has his own journey that I've been able to help him with, and educate
Wow.
him on how to navigate asthma and his environmental allergies and those kind of things for him. So
Wow. And did
yeah,
he just graduate? Is that
he
right?
did. He did.
Oh,
So he's going to be
that's
staying
so great.
local. Thankfully, we're close to we're near the University of Central Florida. So he's going to go to school there. He's going to live in the dorm, but it's more like it's an apartment with
Sure.
4 little rooms. So that's been good, and he's extremely smart, but he's not. Oh, he's not here. I forgot. But he took my other son to go somewhere. But he's extremely book smart, but he's not so street smart. And so we're trying, just helping him with little things here and there,
Sure.
just to learn different life things and be on the lookout.
Yeah.
for things.
That's such an exciting time though for all of you guys.
It is. It's really exciting. He can't wait. We went to orientation last week. I was like, oh, okay, this is really happening, so I'm excited to move in and help him this room. I was like, Bryson, do you want this pattern quilt? And this, I don't care. Just pick something. So totally different than a lot of girls would be.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. So true. So true.
Yeah.
So with what you're doing now, because I mean, you've had a health journey, a career journey, you've had all of these, just redirects in your life. With what you're doing now, what advice would you give to other people who maybe their life is redirected by health or career, but they're looking for a way to use their passions? What advice would you give for them?
I really just to stop and pause. I mean, there's so much noise going on around us, and you need to stop and pause and ask yourself, what do I want? Write down a list of goals and what makes you happy, what can work for you and your family, and then try to find what's going to link that. And I wish somebody had told me that years ago. I feel like, wait until when you're younger, when I was your age. I mean, but it's so true. If I was a young mom now, or even, just, somebody in their 20s and 30s and asking, gosh, I just don't feel fulfilled. Try to write down what you like and what makes you fills your heart, and then find what matches with that. And for me, it was, sharing health and wellness with others. And I don't think I've never really thought about educating outside of the classroom until this. But now I am educating again. I can help families, I can help women and men, whoever has a health issue, and let's face it, everybody does, whether they know they do or not. I don't want people to hurt like I did, and I don't want them to think that there's not something out there that can help them feel better other than just reaching for the ibuprofen bottle. I mean, I took ibuprofen. I hate to say it, but I was taking 6 ibuprofen a day. So for years, just to get by. And I don't have to do that anymore. So I know my liver. It really is. It just shows you that inflammation has such a key role in everything, just from head to toe. And if I could just tell one person, it's just like, just stop and pause and ask, what is my body telling me? Because I don't think we're really listening to our bodies. And the answers are there. We just have to listen for them.
Wow, that's really powerful.
Oh, thanks.
That's really powerful. Is there anything else you want to share with everyone listening right now?
Just take the time. Everybody's a teacher. You may not think you are, but you are. People are watching you and seeing like, wow, she's smiling. So share that gift. I think that the one thing I shared with some of my followers was I went to the seniors got to go back to the elementary school. They all got to go back and see their teachers, and it was really fun. I went to, and there was another mom there who said that she was so excited that Bryson was going to be at the Honors College, that it's just a great place for him. She's, I still remember when we would bring in the Oreos because that's all that was safe for them to eat, for school parties.
Yeah, right.
And I told her, I said, yeah, I do. It seems like a lifetime ago. Well, she asked me if I heard about the scholarship opportunity from the Honors College. I said, well, no. He was kind of late deciding if he was going to go to UF or go there. So they said there was no money left. And she goes, no, there is. You need to ask for this and email this person. She goes, I will send it to you. Because her son turned down a $28,000 scholarship there at UCF because he got accepted. Yes, he got accepted into Yale. And I thought, wow, that's great. So the next day she emailed me. And then Bryce and I emailed. We went back and forth, a few different times. And do you know, because she took a few minutes to share with me what she knew, we were able to get Bryson a scholarship in addition to his other scholarship. He has a Bright Future scholarship. So his tuition and books are covered. Thank the Lord. Yeah, for his it's like a thing they do in Florida for good grades and volunteer hours. So he was covered, but any little bit helps. This is the first one of 3 going, so we need to look down the road. And because she did that, he got a $10,000 scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah. So he gets $1,250 each term, fall and spring, for the next 4 years. So that's going to allow, it's going to allow him to help with his living on campus, and then any extra money that he needs, so he doesn't have to get a job and he can focus on his studies. And I just really want to encourage people that if you have something to share it, and then let the person know who shared it how it helped you. And I did. I told her, I said, oh, I owe you, because if you hadn't taken a minute, literally took her a minute or two to send me the information, he wouldn't have had $10,000 to do that. So just be the sharer, and then thank someone for sharing with you, because it does have a lasting impact. You may not know it, but it does. It really does. So
that is so very true. That's something that's near and dear to my heart. I'm a sharer at
you
heart.
You are.
If
You're
I
a
find
great
something,
sharer. Yes.
But thank you so much, Stephanie. This has been my honor to
Absolutely.
interview you and for people to hear your story, because there's so many moving parts to your story and so many amazing things to inspire everyone
You're so
who's
sweet.
listening.
Thank you so much for
Thank you so
asking.
much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, Stephanie. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. I just wanted to comment one last thing. Was not an amazing interview with Stephanie. Just such a powerful story in so many different ways. But just that power of connecting with people and sharing something of value with somebody else, whether it's a great sale at your favorite store, or your favorite restaurant has a buy one, get a kids free dinner, or maybe it's something that you use in your house and you love, or something that's changed your health. Take a moment to share those with people. Listen to people. Obviously, don't go around handing out flyers for people who don't want them. But, if you're taking the time to listen to your friends and your family, there's needs that they have, and you might be able to share something that'll take less than a minute that could totally change their lives. Just like Stephanie said about the tuition assistance and the scholarship and all of that. But not only that, in health, in so many different ways. But if you guys are looking for more information about specific health issues that you're dealing with, and you're looking for a natural approach, I have some amazing recorded calls that I would be happy to share with you. Just send me a message and tell me a little bit about what your health journey is like, what it's been for you. And I would like to show you some options that you might not know about, because I really believe in the power of knowing all your options so that you get to decide what's the best decision for yourself. And because, sometimes our doctors are amazing, but they're limited because they don't necessarily know the whole picture, because they only see us, every now and then. And, sometimes one thing doesn't fit for us when it does fit for a lot of other people. So I would just encourage you, reach out to me, share a little bit of that with me. I'd be happy to share those with you so you can have the information for yourself. Thanks so much for joining us on today's interview summer series. And we will see you on Thursday. That's so true, Stephanie. We don't know what we don't know. We can't know. Take care. Let us know you were here. If you're watching the replay, let us know that you were here on the replay, and just type replay. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.